of the Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Damian Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more. I want to talk some wrestling. What's your thoughts, Damo? AEW, the Scrum. What's the CM Punk stuff? What's your thoughts on it?
It was crazy, man. It was I don't know, man. He kind of,
it's good stuff.
Kind of fucked a lot of shit up with that whole thing. I mean, I definitely like, when people air their grievances and shit, but I don't know, man. Like, he wasn't even asked about any of that stuff. He just shot right out the gate.
I thought he was asked. No,
not really.
No,
I think he's seen somebody that was familiar to him that did something with Colt Cabana, and I think that set him off a little bit.
That's what they said.
And then he kind of just went into it. I think the guy must have did stand up or something with Cabana, something like that. And he said, "Oh, you're still doing the improv thing." So I guess he was kind of baiting him in because he thought he was probably friends with him, and that just started him rolling, and he just went fucking on and on. Yeah, I'll get to me in a second. Mike D, what's your opinion on it?
I mean, at first I thought it was a work, and now everybody, it's not a work. It's not a work. It still might be a work. Who knows? I mean, you get the belt off of these guys, and then you got some kind of feud that works out. I don't know. To me, I think AEW has to do something at this point to step up their game. Because Triple H takes over the main show on Raw and SmackDown, and I think Triple H is going to put together a pretty good product here, and AEW's got to do something. They got to do something quick.
Yeah. I thought the little interview thing, the press interview, was great. Punk went off, but that's what Punk does.
Oh, it was.
I was entertained. At the end of the day, the Tony Khan. Yeah. Nuts. Every time Tony Khan was going to reply, CM Punk was like, "No, Tony, you don't have to say nothing." My favorite part was him eating the muffins. That was the best. The cake was the best part of it. I was fucking loving it.
But
I wanted a box of muffins after watching that.
Dave Meltzer said, and he's usually pretty accurate with stuff. He said today that he does. CM Punk does have a legitimate injury. He tore like his this area,
pec or something like that.
Tricep. Yeah. So he's going to be out for 6 to 8 months. So call out for whatever it is. But I don't know, man. Everything I've been reading sounds, only so much you could really believe. You just kind of come to your own conclusion. But it seems like he's not that well liked. But then you read other shit like, why did Cody Rhodes was like the only EVP with like a brain that people respected him, and then the other three guys like not so much. I don't know, who the fuck knows.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me,
I don't really care any bet any of that shit.
For me, you had the Clash at the Castle show on Saturday, it was WWE event. Then you had the NXT show on Sunday during the day. And then the third thing that follows up is AEW. That's tough to follow two decent pay-per-views going into that third. So they were kind of with their backs against the wall at that point. The pay-per-view I thought was good. I seen most of it. It was pretty good.
It's really good.
But what are we all talking about Monday? We're talking about AEW because this, if that didn't happen, we wouldn't be talking about it.
Yeah.
So if anything,
nobody's talking about MJS.
Right. Whether it's right or wrong.
I felt Dynamite last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got people talking. But I thought Dynamite last night was really good.
It was good.
JF came out and
gave the old swerve.
That guy is just fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You love him, and then he made and then you fucking hate him, but you love hating him.
Oh yeah, he's got that Roddy Piper.
He's so good
thing.
at that.
Yeah,
he does. Yeah.
And he stays in character.
You said he was on one cruise, right?
He was on
Was he on the cruise, Bert?
He was on one of the cruises, and he stood in character the whole time. I mean, dude, you say, "Yo, what's up?" Everybody usually says, talks to you for a second. He walks right by you, totally ignores you. Dude, he was taking pictures with fans, right? He wasn't even paying attention to the pitcher. He'd be drinking a cup of coffee. He'd be looking over to the side as they're taking a picture. People were complaining. I thought it was the greatest fucking thing at all. I'm like, he's totally playing an asshole.
I think that's funny.
It's great. Dude,
That's like the old time guys used to do.
Yeah. He stood in character
Yeah,
the whole time. It's got to be hard.
I think it was.
Is it character or is it just licensed to be the asshole that you really are?
Well, it bleeds into it. Yeah.
I think it was the Chris Jericho part of that the scrum. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. I just watched the CM Punk part.
Okay, so he he was like not in character. He was being Chris Jericho. He was just talking.
Right.
I think he mentioned MJF, that he should be a baby face, and then MJF told him, like, I don't know how to do that, and Jericho told him, when you're ready, I'll let you know how to become that, because dude, he does that. Jericho
be huge.
said it. He said he'll be like the top guy easily.
Well, you know how it is. You got to be the most hated guy before you become the biggest baby face. That's just the way it works.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that'll
Well,
happen.
he's about the most hated.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And
Yeah,
and
he
here's the
won,
thing:
like the most hated wrestler one.
the AEW guys, they have their niche where, like, you got a lot of the Japan guys. You have the Young Bucks, you have Kenny Omega, and then they have their own little kind of clique of fans. And then you have the CM Punks, which has his own kind of clique of fans. But you know who comes out great in this whole fucking mix? Jon Moxley. That promo he cut last night was unbelievable. I thought that was a great promo. And it just puts Mox on that top
Who was it?
spot.
I didn't hear you.
Jon Moxley.
brought up.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was
Absolutely.
Yep. And I could only. Yeah, I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
Oh, no, I was saying, like, you know what, though? We watch a lot of wrestling. We've been watching wrestling for years, on and off. And what did I say to you at one point? I'm like, it really seems like with AEW, for as great as it is, it always seems like the inmates are running the asylum.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
I
like
was like, it
WCW
just has
like.
right. It's like WCW and ECW combined.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what attracts me to it.
Yeah,
I always like them more.
Yeah,
and I like
absolutely. But sometimes it's like there's little weird things.
I like that CM
I
Punk.
just don't.
CM Punk's the wrench that gets thrown in there, because you never know which way it's
Yeah,
going to go with him. So you never know what's going to happen when he's around, and I think that's kind of good, just to keep it interesting. You really do. Now, really, what should happen? I don't know if it will, if it's laid out this way. What should happen is, it should be with this little championship tournament they're doing. It should come down to Moxley versus Daniel Bryan, and I think Daniel Bryan should.
I
get
think
the belt.
it is. Yeah,
Bryan should get the belt.
Yeah. I
I
kind
think
of feel
so.
the same way.
And then hold on to the belt for a while, and then if Punk does come back after the injury, it'll be Bryan versus Punk.
6 to 8 months. That's a long time, though.
It's a long time.
Yeah,
That's a long time, and that's
quicker
tough
than you
for
think.
Punk, man. You got two belts, two injuries.
If they take him back,
2 belts, 2 injuries. That's rough.
yeah,
Man.
he can't. Yeah, fuck that.
That's definitely rough. But Mox is definitely on top of that list. He's
Yeah, and you know what?
big one in that league.
I'm not really a huge fan of his. He kind of annoys me at times, but I don't know. I mean, his promo was awesome. I mean, no
Yeah,
doubt
he's
about
got
that
heart.
yesterday.
He's got heart.
Oh yeah.
I look at him as like I don't want to pigeonhole him to this, but he's sort of like the Stone Cold, like the new type of Stone Cold in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like, he just comes out. He's a brawler. He's going to kick your ass, most likely make you bleed.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what kind of match you get.
Yeah. I think Mox is definitely an important part of the programming, and but as far as the belt, I think Daniel Bryan, I think should fight Mox. Yep.
So they break up the Blackpool. What do you think?
No,
or they
you just let them go. That's what it should be about.
They have a good old Ring of Honor style match and kick each other's ass and then shake hands at the end.
That's it.
Right.
You still could have a match against. You don't have to be a foe. You can still have a great match against somebody. It's for the belt. It's what it's all about, right? So yeah, so that
Mhm.
I guess that's our thoughts on the AEW situation. Yep. So mixtapes, tasty cakes. We'll see you next week.